Okay, so here are our vegetables that we're going to be doing our stock with. Alright, little parsley stems there, leek greens that have been washed, celery, onion, a couple bay leaves, peppercorns. Alright, so we're just going to put that into our stock pot. I'm going to sweat that. Okay, so here we have our hot oil. Alright, just going to throw all our ingredients in there. Alright. And just let that sweat out for about 5 minutes just to let it keep some of the flavor out. I'm going to glaze with white wine. I'm going to add our crabs. Here are my crabs here. These are live crabs. These have most of the meat in their claws. And that should be good right there. Been sweating about 5 minutes. I'm going to add a cup of white wine. Put these guys in here. Alright, so now we got these guys in here. So we're going to season it with a little bit of salt. We're not going to put too much because we're going to be using this stock later. Instead of using a fish filet or a chicken stock, we're going to use this stock that we have here, right? So we're going to add a little salt. Not too much because it's going to have to reduce later. Alright? We're going to bring this to a boil. This is about 4 pounds of crab here, okay? So it should be about 20 minutes. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so as this is boiling, I'm going to start skimming away some of the white stuff that falls to the top. It's just the impurities that come out of the crab. Alright, and since we're going to be using this again for our final product, we want it to be as clean as possible. Alright, so we give these just started to boil. We're going to give them another 15 or 20 minutes. And then we're going to shock them in ice water. Alright, to stop the cooking. And what that's going to do is make sure that the meat is nice and tender. Alright, these guys are done. Now we're going to take them out. We're going to put them into our ice bath that we have here already. Come on, come on. And what that's going to do is going to stop the cooking. Alright? And it's going to cool down so we don't burn our hands when we try and get the meat out. Alright, the other guy, come on. Get in there. Alright, so let these guys cool down for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to take the meat out, right? Okay, so this is all my veg here. Alright? I have onion, leek, celery, carrot, and mushroom, and a little garlic in here. Alright? So we're going to saute this in olive oil. And in the meantime, we're going to clean the crabs. We're going to make our roux. Alright, so we have everything ready. Okay, veg is looking good. It's been going about 10 minutes. Now we're going to add our cognac off the flame. Alright, set our brandy. Now we're going to add our white wine. 2 cups. Add the tomato. I really want to use tomato paste, but I don't have it, so I'm use crushed tomatoes, tomato puree. Alright, I'm going to let that just down a little bit. Alright, so let's think about cleaning these guys. That's all I got out of the other one. Just makes you want to cry. So that's the roe. We're going to add that also. That should thicken it up a little also. Alright, I already took the piece off here. So now what I'm going to do is crack the shell with the back of the knife. Now we're getting to the inside. We'll save the shells for putting the sauce later. Let's crack this baby. It should come right out. Come on. Cut the joint off. Cut the back. The other side. Maybe we'll open it up. Now we're going to start adding our stock. Tomatoes are pretty reduced. So let's just start adding stock here. Now it's 3 cups. We're going to start with 3 cups. See how that goes. Alright, we're going to add a little tarragon. Alright, if you've never tried tarragon, it's got a real nice mild anise flavor. I love it. This goes really good with shellfish and seafood in general. Alright, so that's looking good. These shells are pretty thick, so I don't think we're going to be able to grind them up later on. This is the roux, just going to add that in there. Alright, I'm going to let that go. Simmer up for a while. Okay, here's my bounty. That's what I got out of those 2 crabs. So I'm going to add a little bit to the bisque now, and I'm going to save a good amount for the garnish because it's the best part. And add these 2 bay leaves at this point also. This has 4 cups of stock in there. I'm going to add a little bit more because I think it needs a little bit more. And so I'm going to add about 3 cups more. Just let it reduce. It's looking good. It smells great. I can smell the tarragon. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit there. I think that's good. Alright, a little more stock. Save that. Alright. So now make a little roux. About a tablespoon of butter. Gonna add about 2 tablespoons of flour. Stir it around. That's what you want right there. And start foaming. Turns a little white. Now we're going to take this a little further, just a little bit, so it takes on a little bit of color. Alright, the darker you make it, the less thickening it can do. It's called a blonde roux. Alright? See that color there? I'm going to leave it at that, right? I'm going to take it off, we're going to let it sit. Alright? Alright, so this is looking good. Next we're going to do is we're going to add our cream. It's a 1.5 cups of cream. Heavy cream. Alright. We're going to let that reduce for a little while. And now what I'm going to do is just remove some of these big pieces. Alright, so remove the big pieces you can and buzz it with a hand blender. If not, you can pass it through a food mill or just pass it through a strainer. I'm just going to add our roux to the boiling soup and stir so we don't get any lumps. Alright? This should thicken up right away when it comes to a boil. Alright, so we'll add the roux little by little so we don't over thicken it. If you do get lumps, you can pass it again through a strainer. Well, you always want to check the seasoning. Make sure it's delicious. That looks like a pretty good thickness. You don't want to make it too heavy. Awesome. Now a little bit of salt, tiny bit, a little bit of pepper. Alright, so this is just heavy cream shaken up. I'm just going to do a couple passes. Give it a nice little design. Alright. I'm going to put a couple leaves of tarragon here. And the crab meat, the best part. Nice chunks of crab meat here. Oh yeah.